There's a bright new addition to the ministry at the Mission. Straight ahead, you're going to hear about our new mural. One of our great passions over the last year is to try to set up our environment for the ministry for our women and children, and to be able to minister to families not only by word but also by how the facility is laid out. So we got to know Brian Peterson, and as we got to know him deeper, we started to brainstorm about bringing a really practical exposure of the mural to rescue ministries. We now have a great playground area to be able to have our kids and our families to engage, to be able to have demonstrated in front of them God's love through art. So I'd like for you to hear a few thoughts from Brian and how this impacted him and what motivated him for the mural that we have in front of us.
That image that I created hundreds or thousands of miles away from the actual ministry actually becomes alive. I begin to see what actually goes on within the building, and all those meetings, all the time designing the mural, all of that stuff comes alive for me, because I'm like, oh, now I really understand why we're putting this on the wall. I see the physical people. I see the actual children coming in and out of the playground. And so in a lot of ways, that digital image comes to life for me as the artist, because now I'm painting in the environment that we designed it for.
But for Brian and for those of us on staff at the Mission, this project has been so much more than just putting great art on the wall. It's about ministering to people through art.
I would love people to stand in front of this piece of art and maybe not have any words. I think art works in that intangible place in your heart where it gives you a feeling. It might take your breath away. You might ponder things differently. Ultimately, yes, I'd love people to experience the presence of God in the mural, to experience what God's doing within and outside of those walls. But I think art is most special when you don't have words for it. When you're taken back and you're looking at something and you don't even know why it's making you feel that way. And that's always the goal with my art, to operate in that intangible heart space. For me, my art is worship. Every spray can that hit that wall, every hour I was pushing that spray can tip, for me, in my own heart, my revelation that I walk with is that I'm worshiping God in those moments. I'm a terrible singer, so you'd never want me on a worship set, but I think I'd be okay to be on the side of your building for a couple days worshiping in that way. And so I think when we worship, we actually put that intention into the piece. You know, you place that within the material. And so the goal is that people would feel something different when they walk up to it, that canvas would be different than something you'd find somewhere else that was not involved in worship.
So as you can hear, there's so many things that are going on at Rescue Ministries, and this is just another great way that we're helping to touch lives. And what's amazing to me today is that still so many people have not come to the ministry and seen firsthand the work that we're doing. So we'd encourage you to come see firsthand the mural, see our Impact Designs ministry, and most importantly, you will see the value of your donations and how it's being put in effect to change lives.